There we go. Hey, good
How are
morning.
you?
Can
Good
good. Can you
morning.
hear me?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, good. I love it. You got the hat on. That's what I'm talking about.
I do it because I don't like the top of my head. So I don't wear it all the time.
It looks good though. It looks
Yeah,
good. I like it.
thank
It
you.
it means you're taking care of business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As women, when we wear our hats, it's like, okay, look, I'm cutting through
Yeah.
everything. I'm cutting
Yep.
through everything. So I started off just, going over what the Trump administration is trying to do in what, then going and telling the DOJ, like, hey, this is a problem, this is an issue. And I'm so glad because it aligns with what you're doing. But to your point, yes, we need to just work around the system and just do what we need
Yeah.
to do. So with that, I'll just let you introduce yourself and let us know a little bit more about um, your project and how we can assist you in that.
Yeah, absolutely. So I formed the American Rancher Alliance, and it's a producer-owned supply chain. So it's a co-op, but the members are the owners of the co-op. So and it's one member, one vote. So if you have a big ranch, a little ranch, it doesn't matter. You get one vote if you're a producer. So there's no lobbying or bureaucracy or any of that can happen within this. There's no investors, nothing like that. So it's kind of nice. We're staying away from the things that got us in trouble in the first place. Um, but basically, we're helping the ranchers from cow calf all the way to the grocery stores. So um, if it's a cow calf producer, we set them up with a network of our finishing producers. And if they're a finishing producer, then or even complete farm to table, like I do with my ranch, um, will get that beef from them and we'll pay them exactly need for that beef to support their ranch. And then we will take it and get it processed for much, 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 much cheaper than what a regular farm to table producer would get right now. Because right now, farm to table producers are paying around $1,800 per carcass. So you're adding $3 to $4 per pound just
Oh,
on the finished product. And we've got that
okay.
down to less than half. Around $1 per pound is where we're at. The contracts that I have with
Wow.
the processors, and they're also local processors. They're not the big four packers. It's multiple different ones strategically placed around the region. So it's the fuel cost is cheaper. The just everything's cheaper. So it ends up being cheaper for the
Good.
consumer on the end as well.
Okay, this is awesome. So I put up the website because I wanted everybody to be able to see it while you were talking about it. And as you were stating, and here I'm gonna just bring up the bylaws. I know technology is horrible sometimes, and you can't
Sorry, I was
always.
jumping around a lot.
I
We're
want it
just
to work so. No, you're fine. It's
yeah,
just that, like I said, technology, like things will break down and they'll be slow, and I'm like, "Ugh, keep up." So you've got
yeah,
your bylaws, how it works, the American Rancher Alliance, as you were sharing with us, rebuilding America's beef supply, producer owned, American controlled. I love it because we are really, and this is the interesting thing about AI that I've seen. I've seen a lot of people pulling away from it, and they really want more peer to peer business
yes.
operations. They just
Oh
want to
yeah,
take out whatever middleman there is because, like, I don't know who the middleman is, but I know another human right?
yeah,
That I can get beef from, eggs from, milk from, whatever I need.
yes,
And we don't need the AI for that. So I'll
yeah.
let you continue, just sharing about what you're doing, and I'll just go through the website. Is there anywhere in
Yeah.
particular on the website you'd like me to go to?
Um, I'm not sure. Wherever you feel like you want to go on there, that looks interesting.
Yeah, what we
We
do.
do the ball bylaws on there, so you know exactly what we do, what we stand
Okay.
for, how it works, which is great. Trying to be the biggest thing with the alliance is we want to be 100% transparent, not only with the producers, and
Okay.
together between the producers, but with the consumer. So on the packages, you'll see at the grocery store, our label will say American Rancher Alliance, but there's going to be a QR code on the label that you can scan, and it shows you what ranch that steak came from, what beef it
Okay.
is, like what if it was a Angus or a Hereford or a Wagyu. It'll tell you exactly what that beef is, what it was fed, its full um, like vaccine schedule, because there's vaccines that are given to calves, or else we get dead calves, so you don't want
Right.
that. Um, and
Now, let me ask a question about the vaccines because I'm always concerned about the whole
oh
MNRA. So I'm assuming they're not getting that, but they're getting
no,
like the standard ones that they've been given since maybe the
for
50s.
yes, for a very long time.
Okay.
Yeah, so we actually completely exclude, like we have a rule, you cannot vaccinate with mRNA
Okay.
vaccines, no antibiotics for any meat beefs or any meat animals, you cannot give them antibiotics, and no hormones.
Okay.
And then we have different tiers, so we have grain fed, grass fed, organic, so on and so forth. So yeah.
Nice. Nice. Because those are some of the things that I know everybody's looking out for these days. Again, like I said, all the technology stuff that they've been bringing forward, like, yeah, this is great. Humans are like, no, it's not. And we
Yeah.
don't want that.
And even a lot of ranchers don't vaccinate at all, but I would say most of them do, with the traditional vaccines in the beginning
Mhm.
for respiratory,
Yeah.
um, and tetanus, because whenever you're banding them, that's a big risk factor,
Right.
and you're
Right.
castrating. So most of the time they do, and they've been around for so long. They're not these experimental
No.
drugs
No.
that they're doing now that nobody knows what the heck they're doing.
Right. Like that's what I was saying. Like, yeah, the standard ones that have been around since the 50s. It's like, yeah.
Mm,
And you
yeah,
know what? And people didn't get as sick back
no,
then using
God,
meat
no.
as they do now. And you would think, okay, we have more technology now. Why are people sicker now than they were 50 years ago?
It's the food. And it's crazy because they're even doing it in the meats. Well, you seen with Campbell and
Yeah.
their 3D printed chicken in there. But how many times, what companies are all doing this? And then even with the
Mhm.
ground beef, it's well known that they're, you know, using pink slime,
Mhm.
which is meat not fit for human consumption, but washed in ammonia to
Mhm.
to apparently make it fit for human consumption, which is
I know. It's
ugh,
crazy. I was like, you know what? I will get a mushroom and fry
right?
it up. I'm just
Yeah,
saying because I know it's a mushroom.
right. Oh my god. And
And
another thing that they're putting in everything that I see, even I've seen it in meat products, and it makes me want to fall over, but maltodextrin, because it's a weight
yeah.
gain supplement. And
Mm.
they're using it in a filler and everything, and it spikes your blood glucose 3 times higher than table sugar,
Yeah.
and it's crazy. Like, you
Yeah.
have to literally read every label,
Mhm.
or
Yeah,
yeah,
because you're
you're just
always thinking that you're safe, especially because we have the FDA. And I'm glad you brought up maltodextrin because I'm allergic to it because it's derived from corn, and I have a corn
okay.
allergy.
Okay, we're
So,
out.
yeah, so, what is it? Acne. It
Mhm.
makes me break out. So I
Oh
can't
my
eat
goodness.
any type of corn products, especially that one. And to your point, it is now in everything. Like there are things that I was able to buy at the store before, like, it's like chips, because every once in a while I like to snack on potato chips. And they're putting it in that. Now I'm like, what are you doing? Like I
Yeah,
can't eat like 90% of the things that are packaged, I can't eat
yeah. Oh, yeah, I won't eat it. So, yeah, I'm with you on
it.
there. I will not eat it because I try to eat animal-based, low carbohydrate, because there's so many snuck in carbohydrates through everything
Hmm.
anyway.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so if it's on the label, I don't consume it.
Wow.
But,
Wow.
yeah.
But again, like I said, I just thank you for everything that
Yeah,
you're
absolutely.
doing. Like I said, I
Thank
wanted to
you.
bring up your website. Now, is there any outside of the website, is there anywhere on this website where people should go? Because I know I was on the homepage and it showed how you could sign up
Yes. So if you're a producer, we're
here
onboarding
to
producers all the
join the
time. Yeah,
movement.
please join our movement. There's ways you can help on there. If you have a service that you think that you can offer us, that would be super awesome. And let's see. Oh, there's we did put up petitions for the mandatory country of origin labeling and the state inspected facilities to be able to ship nationwide. And if we can get Trump to sign those orders, that would help all of America, honestly. Just not even just our alliance, or it would help everybody. It's going to open up that bottleneck and yeah, that make prices move down very
Okay.
quickly on the consumer side. It also has some cool merch and stuff on there too, with for donations because we always need help with on that end, at least
Okay.
until we get
Good.
rolling.
Good. Cattle rancher and they eat. They can come here to American Rancher Alliance.com. That's American Rancher Alliance.com. And I will you there. Are there any other social media platforms that you're on where people can follow you?
Yeah, I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube. I know they're working on a DOJ probe into the big four, but we need Trump to
Okay.
sign two executive orders that would put in place the mandatory country of origin labeling where you'll know where your food is coming from, that it's coming from the United
Okay.
States or elsewhere. And then the
Okay.
state inspected,
Okay.
also the EO for state inspected facilities to ship nationwide because the state inspected facilities have equal to or better standards and rules than the USDA
Okay.
plants. And they're not allowed to do anything. They're in a box.
Okay.
They're stuck there. Yeah. And we're going to use those plants for, say we have a
Wow.
producer that's in Kentucky and we have a retail store that's in Kentucky. We're going to use
Okay.
that state processor because they're both in Kentucky and we can. But if we have, say, we have a Wagyu producer that's in Kentucky, but we have a store in Georgia that wants Wagyu beef. We have to use a USDA, and it's the same for any farm to table rancher. And because like only you can only use USDA, they're getting like they're kind of price gouging. I mean, when they're paying $4 a pound on finished product, and people are like, "Why am I paying so much for the beef?" Well, that's why, you know, they're kind of getting price gouged because they're the only option for people that want to ship outside of their state, which is a lot of farm to table
Okay.
producers.
Any of
So,
you guys want to let me see. I want to show it. Hopefully it will show here in a second. The White House. We can call the White House and we can make comments about
oh,
this. So I know it you can call 202-456-1111, or you can email the White House at comments@whitehouse.gov. He does read these, not personally, but he does have a staff that goes through these comments. And so if we really want to push this and say, hey, there's an executive order out there, and I'll make sure to repost it after the show, you guys can go ahead and call and comment and say, hey, this is what we want. This is where we
yes,
see this going. We noticed that, you've already commissioned the DOJ to break up this cartel. Here's what we would like to see happen behind it. You could sign these two executive orders because they do need us as the general public because they don't know what we want unless we tell them, right?
yeah.
And so it starts with us.
Yeah, I just want to thank you for having me on. And yeah, if you can, when you go to the store and you see the ARA beef labels on the grocery store, give us a try, because we're actually real American Rancher owned, operated, and brought to you.